Imagine this. You're sitting at your desk, the very one you've sat at for years. The wood grain, the worn edges, the familiar scent of coffee rings and pencil shavings. But something's different. It's as though you're viewing it from afar, as if a stranger's eyes are your own. Your hands move, you feel the sensation, but it's like they're not yours. You're in your own body, yet it feels like a foreign entity. This, my friends, is depersonalization. Now let's switch the scene. You're walking down a street you've known your whole life. The buildings, the trees, the people. But everything seems odd, distorted. The world around you feels like a dream, or worse, an illusion. The people seem like actors. The colors seem too vibrant, too unreal. You're in the world, but you feel as though you're trapped in a glass bubble. This is derealization. Experiencing these sensations can be distressing. The disconnection from self and reality can induce existential fears that are overwhelming. You might wonder, are these two separate conditions? Do they need to be dealt with individually? But the truth is, they are not separate. They are two sides of the same coin. In my personal journey, I experienced chronic anxiety-induced depersonalization and derealization for 2 years. I hardly recognized myself in the mirror. My body felt alien to me. My memories seemed like they belonged to someone else. I felt a constant distortion of time. But I also experienced derealization. The world felt unreal, like I was observing it through a glass pane. Existential fears about self and reality were constant and crippling. So, which should be addressed first? Which is more persistent? The answer simply is neither. Depersonalization and derealization are not to be broken down into separate conditions. They are both precipitated by the same thing, anxiety. The attempt to differentiate between the two, to treat them as separate entities, only complicates the matter. It's like arguing about whether a cough or a runny nose from the flu is more bothersome. It doesn't help with the flu. There's no clear line between feeling disconnected from yourself and feeling disconnected from the world. It's a mental reaction to trauma and anxiety. In conclusion, depersonalization and derealization are two manifestations of anxiety, often experienced together. They are not separate conditions, but rather two sides of the same coin. The journey to recovery does not lie in addressing one before the other, but understanding that they're both a reaction to the same root cause, anxiety. Remember, it's not about which symptom is more dominant or which needs to be addressed first. It's about understanding the underlying cause and addressing it. That's the road to recovery.